Church. I'm Brother Matthew, and I'm here to bring you a message of joy and hope every single week so that we can bring that joy on into the weekend. Most of us have had some really great moments, and we've had some really bad moments. And some of the moments that we've had have been really, really bitter. It's almost like a lemon. Not a lot of people love to just cut open a lemon and suck on it because it's very sour, it's very bitter. And that's like a lot of experiences that we have in our life today. But a lemon is not the end of the story. That a lemon can be turned into a wonderful, sweet drink of lemonade that is refreshing. And there is a way for us to take the bitter experiences that we have, and God can turn them into something very refreshing. How do we know that? It's something very similar to a puzzle. Now you may say, now what does a puzzle have to do with a lemon? And what a puzzle has to do with a lemon is that, as you can see right here, there's one small tiny piece. And you and I would not call this piece something beautiful, something wonderful. And if all we have is this one piece, then we don't have the whole story. Whereas if we have the picture, have the box, and it's totally completed, then it creates something wonderful. And so when we have one piece, and then we add another piece and another piece, at the end of this journey, we have this beautiful picture. And oftentimes God can take our bitter experiences that are like that of a lemon, and if we will give him a chance, then he can do great things. But the mistake that we often make is that when things are not going great, when one piece of our life's puzzle falls apart, then we fall apart. It's like we go crazy. But here's the reality. We have to ask ourselves, what did God say about our story? In Romans 8:28, this is what it said. We know that all things work together for the good of those who love God, those who are called according to his purpose. And so the most wonderful news in the world is that right now there may be a piece of your life that seems out of place. And it may be bitter as sucking on a lemon. But here's the reality. You can know that God does not desire to leave you there. And that after he puts all the pictures together and string these moments together, that you are going to experience something wonderful. And the Apostle Paul in Romans, in this verse, he says, we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God. So I am coming here today to tell you that it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. And what you and I have to do is we have to give God time for transformation. That this setback that we have, when we only see one piece of the puzzle and the experience is as bitter as a lemon, to not give up on God. Because we know that God is going to put this piece together, he's going to put this piece together, and he's going to put it all together. At the end, we will be able to say that God works everything out for those who love him. And so this week, maybe tomorrow, the next day, when you're stressed out, when you're nervous about that next step because of that one piece of your life that you can only see, and you can't see the whole picture, that you and I can have the faith and say, you know what? I'm going to give God a chance. I'm going to give him a break. And so in the coming week, the rest of the week, I challenge us both, before we freak out and abandon God and betray him, to give him a chance to prove his goodness, and to not look at one piece in one moment and assume that God doesn't love us, but to wait for God to bring in the verdict. Have a blessed day. Make sure you share this video, if you subscribe to our channel, so that we can keep you up to date on what is happening, and that we will see you next week. Have a great day.